Monica F. We've done work for in the past. It's a snow removal customer. Scope of work's going to be mulch install, bed cleanup, bush trimming, yanking out some poison ivy. So starting up front here, all the work's pretty much going to be on both sides of the driveway. A little bit of a mulch bed in the front here. So right here around this tree, this mulch bed, just clean it up. No edging needed, mulch it. Over here, the edge is decent. You can probably just kind of touch it up a little bit, but clean up the beds, prune and shape this. And the mulch wraps right to about here. Nothing on the side, nothing in the back, just in the front here. So edge up, clean up, weed out, mulch it. Got a couple vines growing on here to yank out. This whole area, I would kind of shrink it down a little bit. Like anything that's kind of creeping out, ideally this is like kind of smaller and doesn't creep through the entire bed. So kind of shrink it down just a little bit more off of the walkway. To try to give it a smaller round, I would say. A couple vines are coming through this azalea here, so try to yank them out. I wouldn't even prune this thing, just leave it be, but a couple vines and kind of yank them off. Kind of use your judgment where you see like weedy vine things going on, try to clean it up. I would say with all the ground ivy, just take a string trimmer, kind of edge out, and then give it that little manicure, like trim along the top. Going in here, so the stuff growing on the house, we want to kind of get that off, and then like just mostly string trimmer will do. It's just ground cover, but just kind of get it off from growing the vines on the house. Both sides of the walkway, just string trim back just a couple inches to kind of clear the walkway. Any vines, like I said here, just yank them out. Got a tall weed growing here, yank that out. Use your best judgment with stuff in here. Got a big weed growing through here, yank that out. A couple little viney funky things in here, try to clean up. Then you can kind of trim the boxwood back. Over here, I would just take string trimmer, line it up on the driveway. You're already going to do along the house and along the walkway, and then most of the rest, just you can kind of leave it be. Maybe manicure it a little bit with a string trimmer. Over here on the side, you got a bleeding heart here, but I would actually just get it out and leave just like the Pachysandra. I think they'll look better. Monica's the daughter. Her parents are a little elderly, so they're not available for an estimate, but usually we just kind of clean up the best we can. So string trim all here to kind of edge it, blow the driveway off if all this stuff's still on it. All these vinies and weedy things going on here, cut all them back. And then once you get to here, check the notes in case this changes. I just sent her a note about it. These bushes, I forget what they're called, something pines. We're actually going to cut them down, so they're going to be bare topped. They are brown top, just bare. It'll just be wood when you're done. The problem is when they're backing out of their driveway, they can't see oncoming traffic, so it's a little bit of a hazard. So we want these things cut down so that they're bare and there's nothing showing, and then hopefully eventually they'll green back out. But nonetheless, either way, they can't really get out of the driveway without seeing over the bushes. So starting with this one, I think that's okay, it's so far away, but starting with this one, cutting them down, good like 2 feet, and they'll be bare, chainsaw it, get it down. This one's already sort of lower. We did that last year and it did come back. You can see the green is a lighter green than that. So it did come back in the past when we did it. Just want to kind of lower all of it up. And then this, you got a vine, funky weedy stuff growing on that. Yank it off, prune it. Now over to this side, prune and shape that, pull the vine off. This whole area, pretty much starting here and then running to there, is just loaded with poison ivy. Whole area is poison ivy. So I told her we're probably not going to be able to save the bushes that are underneath the poison ivy. And the process, what we would do is blast this stuff with poison ivy spray, probably like at least 2 times before you guys come out. So when you come out, it's like dead. Still cover up or whatever, but it should be pretty much dead by that point. I would hit it with string trimmer, brush cut it, bust it up the best you can, rake it out. Still try to minimize contact with it, and then when you're done, maybe swing to like a Wawa or somewhere around the corner and just wash your hands. But it should be hopefully like dead and dormant to that point after we spray it a couple times, that it's not going to affect you, but play it safe on all angles. But anyway, this whole area, unless she says otherwise, we're just going to blast it and then clean slate. I wouldn't super worry about like ripping the shrubs or grinding the stumps from the old, it looks like whatever pine plants here is over there, but it's all jacked up. But just cut it down real low and leave the whole area clean slated. Over here, it's kind of just like funky, but do your best, kind of clean it up. You got a vine here. I don't really see any poison ivy here. I just see like viney, weedy stuff. I Actually, now that I'm looking in here, I do see a little bit down here. This might be the same scenario. I'm gonna add the note then. We're gonna probably gut this whole area too. Don't see much over there. It looks like there's patches of it here. Yeah, we're gonna have to spray the whole area, honestly. The only thing that might stay out of here is this big holly bush back there. That might be safe. That might make it through the spray and the killing and all that. I don't see poison ivy around that, but all this other stuff, I think we're gonna have to just gut it down. I'll update it, but yeah. So anyway, this whole area, we're gonna blast it and plan to get rid of it. And that's it, nothing else in the back or whatever. That's it.